What's going on, guys? Stony Rob here, back for another YouTube video. I hope you guys are having an amazing day, cause mine is going amazing like every other day. If you ever smoked too much weed or just that dank ass strain and you just passed out a few minutes later, then you probably encountered this phenomenon, and that's a KUSH coma. For those who don't know what a KUSH coma is, it's defined by Urban Dictionary as to be someone who's so high off marijuana or kush that you pass out and don't wake up until the next day or later that same day. While that's a pretty good definition, I'd define a KUSH coma as an event that causes you to pass out and enter the dark void of sleep, not waking up until the presence of food and cannabis reappears in your vicinity. If you clicked on this video, you either A, want to achieve the KUSH coma, or B, want to get out of a KUSH coma. So let's start off with A. You want to achieve a KUSH coma. Well, there's a few things you are going to need. First off, an indica strain, preferably a purple kush variant. Next up, you need some blunts or tobacco leaf, and finally, a place to sit. A place to sit is very crucial to achieving a KUSH coma because it's going to permit you to enter the earlier stages faster than you are if you're standing up, because when you're standing up, you're staying active, if you know what I mean. What I would honestly recommend is either rolling every joint or blunt beforehand before starting your session. That way you won't get too lazy and not roll any more blunts or joints, because if you've probably smoked to the point where you're just way too high, you probably will get lazy and you probably will not smoke more weed because you've already achieved the sort of level you wanted to achieve. But now, if you want to achieve the KUSH coma, you gotta prepare. So even grinding up the weed before bong hits is good too. So grind up that whole 7 grams, put it on a tray, and prepare everything. Now when you have everything rolled up or grinded up, for the bong smokers out there, I want you to start smoking everything you got in a matter of a few minutes. Make constant rotations if you're smoking in a group, and just like sets and reps in the gym, do the same thing with smoking. So just keep puffing and puffing, and when you feel that you don't have any more lung capacity, take like a 10-second break and start right over again. That way you're gonna have that optimum, very good smoke inhalation to no smoke inhalation ratio, if you know what I mean. If you chose an indica strain, it's going to probably start hitting soon right after you start puffing. So no excuses, just keep going. You don't necessarily need a lot of weed to enter a KUSH coma. You mainly need just a lot of smoke intake and quality weed to achieve the KUSH coma. Now that you've finished smoking every last gram of kush you have, just sit back and relax. Like I said, you are more likely to achieve a KUSH coma if you're sitting down than standing up. That's because if you're staying active, you're pushing more energy in your body. To achieve a KUSH coma, you must be slumped and high enough that your brain wants to shut down completely. If you can't achieve a KUSH coma by following these simple steps, then you gotta reevaluate the quality of the kush you are smoking. If you just sifted through like 7 grams of kush all by yourself and don't pass out after that, then honestly, you've got bammer weed. You've got shitty dank, if you know what I mean. Your dank is really dusty and really crusty, and you should go back, see your dealer, and demand your money back, because it's not normal to not pass out and have a KUSH coma after 7 grams of kush, if you know what I mean. Now let's say you achieved the KUSH coma, but you want to get out of it. There's honestly no way to get out of a KUSH coma, but for the sake of the video, I'm going to give you a few tips on how to maybe, with no guarantee, get out of a KUSH coma. The first thing you must do is get up. This is probably the hardest possible thing to do when you're entering the KUSH coma. If you manage to get up, then you should honestly start moving, because every second is crucial to being able to counter the effects. Let's say you did manage to get up, then go drink a lot of water. The main reason why you pass out on weed is because you are dehydrated, so make sure you're getting your water intake up to a maximum. Ironically, something that's going to dehydrate you but might help is coffee. And for me personally, it has been proven ineffective, because every time I drink coffee while high, it doesn't work. I can still pass out like a minute afterwards. So I don't know, it might depend to every single individual, and maybe caffeine affects everybody differently. But for me, it doesn't really work, but it might work for you. To be honest, the best possible way to fight a KUSH coma is to submit, you know? I know in all other aspects of life, this is the worst possible thing you can do, but in this specific case, I think it's very appropriate in this situation because there's honestly not much to do. You're fighting water with fire. It's not going to be very effective, but maybe if you try hard enough, you might be able to evaporate the water, if you know what I mean. Just submit, pass out, and wake up. That's it. If you have school or work, and then in that case, I feel sorry for you because you're gonna probably either fail school or get to work very late, because after a KUSH coma, you're out up until you want to get up, you know? And most of the time when you enter a KUSH coma, you don't have an alarm set, and you probably have your phone that's gonna about to die, you know? So that's pretty much it for this video. This was my KUSH coma video. If you guys enjoyed the video, then drop a like and hit that subscribe button. This is Stony Rob. You guys know the drill. Out.